Hi everyone, I'm back. I've been busy. I've worked today most of the day from 9:30 till 3:30, so I got home about 4:30. I went past my son's coffee shop and spent about an hour there. Came home and that's Robbie, and he's my third son. My fourth, my baby, he was racing at in Sydney on a motorbike race today at the motorsport park at Eastern Creek, and I think the race is called, if I can remember right now, he did tell me and I did write it down, St George Motorcycle. Then it had some letters, Clubman Series, AGV, I think. So, and he's second on the ladder. So he was really excited, and I've been a worried mum all day because they do come off their bikes and, you know, have injuries and all that sort of thing. So, yeah, so it's been sort of an exciting day. But anyway, I thought I'd come on, and I went to Coles the other day, and coming out of Coles, just where I was parked and loading up my groceries, I thought, oh, there's some Vinnies. And I thought, outside they've sort of got like all old and used furniture's welcome and all that. And I thought, I wonder if there's anything else. I've never gone in there. So I went in and I had a good look around, and well, of course I found books. So, and I found buttons, and that's actually why I did go in, for the buttons. And I also found a white dress, which has sort of a very thin material, and it looks like almost like damask, but it's not heavy like that. So it's sort of got a matte background and then a shiny. I should have brought it here. Oh, funny. Yeah. Here I'm doing a video and I don't get the dress, but anyhow, I bought books. And I saw Nat with some Reader Digests, and I saw these, and I thought, that is really beautiful. Like, if I lined this with some nice lace or material just up to about here, then wouldn't this be pretty? It needs a bit of a clean, I think, and maybe a coating to protect it. But I thought that was so pretty for maybe a ladies' journal. And then I've got another one, which is this one. I hope my lighting is good enough. Yeah, and you know, the covers are very good, and it's front and back decorated like this. They're all from, I think it was 1960s. First edition, yeah, 1966. So, and they're all, I think all four of them. And I thought this was a little bit more manly, masculine, I should say, I suppose. So I've got that one too. I thought that might be a good idea. And see, this one is already coming away a little bit, so I won't feel so bad hacking it up. But I love the pages. They're naturally aged and yellowed. I think this one was 1960 as well. Isn't it always hard? I don't know why they don't put the year that they're made nice and big and proud. Yeah, I can't see it now, but I thought when I looked here at home, but isn't that nice? You know, that could make some. Illustrated by Noel Sickles. The Spiral Road. There you go. Yeah, so, and there's some pictures in there as well. I don't know, I might be able to you know, use them in something maybe, I don't know. But it looks like war orientated. But I really only got them for the cover, so for the journal covers. And this is another masculine, I thought, and it's sort of a little bit materially like, if that was a word. And I think that one was 1960s to 1969 first edition, so I hope that's right. I don't know. I get a bit mixed up. Anyway, then I've got some books just for Tom Sawyer Abroad. You know, it's not a dust cover. It's imprinted or whatever you call that. And that's 75. The book was given, and I'm not quite sure. Again, 1965. So I thought that's really good. It was given in 75, but it's a 65 book. The pages are lovely. Not real yellow, but that lovely watercolour feel. I don't know. Yeah, I love it. There's another one which is fairly old. Now, what did I see there? And someone sticky taped up a little bit. I don't know. It's very thick pages. I'm going to love these for bookmarks and so on. 65, this one. And actually quite brittle when you fold them. They sort of come off actually quite easily. This one isn't just now, but very nice and thick to even do some watercolour on or something. So I'm looking forward to that. And I think this was another very aged book. Very heavy pages. And this is the one that is so brittle. See, just comes straight off. So they'll be, it's not a fantastic cover, but it's sturdy, it's clean. It had this dust cover on it. I'm not sure, there's sort of old plastic on it, but it does come off, so I may keep that as a page. I'll just have to think about what I want to do there. Did I say the year? 67, this one. Yeah. So I'm looking forward. I bought them purely for the pages. I'm just about running out of thick pages. Then I saw this one, Far From the Madding Crowd. It rang a bell somehow. I don't know if I've read it, and I've started reading it a little bit, but it doesn't sort of ring a bell yet. I seem to know it. It is, it says 1991. This edition first published by Modern Publishing Group in Australia, 91. So it's not very old. I don't know what happened to it though, because it's quite yellowed. These pages are very thin. I probably won't use them unless someone has, you know, can tell me what you might use really thin pages for, but I love the cover. I'm going to use that. Somehow, I just think that is just gorgeous. I don't know whether I want to cover up some of it, maybe with some lace. So I'm going to do some thinking, but I think she has a beautiful face. She's staring into nothing, thinking about something. I think it's very secret-like, you know. I'm just really inquisitive about it. Yeah, so that was that pile. And then I got some kids' books. I hope it's probably too big for the frame. Again, I love this sort of paper. I got it simply for these little drawings. I think they're going to come in very handy for bookmarks, ephemera in pockets. It's just sort of the thing I've been looking for. Yeah, and lots of things. Like you could even make up a scene, a caravan, and I'm sure I can find a car in here and a tent, and spread out the. Oh, am I in frame? Hang on. So here's a caravan and a tent, and then down here is a picnic rug with some young people and skipping rope. You could make up a whole scene, I think. I'll see if I can collage something together. But I think this was 50 cents. All kids' books were 50 cents. These ones here that I showed you were $1, and the Reader Digests were $2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 for books, or maybe 15. But I still think I got some really nice books. Now this one is Pinocchio, yes. It's very old, it's going to pieces. The man there was saying that they're 50 cents as a last try, and then they were going in the yellow bin. So I thought, no. I'll take this apart. It's virtually falling out. I couldn't find a year, as I remember, but the paper again. You know, if I can't use all the pictures, I can watercolour over this and put gesso or something, you know. The paper is just, I mean, you just can't get this. And it's very brutal. And then I've got Bib and Bub by May Gibbs. And it is a yellow bin item, just this week for 50 cents, and then yellow bin because it's going to pieces. You can see it's already coming out virtually, you know. So yeah, and I think this might make good pockets as well, good ephemera maybe. I have to read a little bit if it's a continuous story or whether I can get 3 or 4 together, you know. Original strip cartoons, illustrated, yeah. I have to, 77, there it is. 77, wait on. First published in Angus and Robertson's Publishers, 77. Copyright was in 69. But this must be 77. So, again, beautiful feel to the paper. It's a pity they're in colour. If they were in black and white, I could watercolour them myself. Anyway, then the last one is this one, my very first dictionary. And again, I was after these little pictures and drawings, and I think these all remind me of nursery rhymes, and then they have the poems, so I think that could make really good ephemera. I still have trouble with that word, don't I? I'm starting to get used to it though, and starting to use it, but I thought this was good for some reason. I don't quite know what I'll do with it yet, but I'll think of something. And it's obviously a newer book, but I think it's still not. And I like these big letters. I might be able to use them in a journal on the front or for a word, or if I knew the person's name, or when I use the person's name, I might be able to put that on the first page or something. So, oh, sorry. Oh gosh, honestly, I keep doing that. Every video has one lot. So then I wanted to show you, I've got this book, Treasure Island, and I don't know, it's coming to pieces too, and it's got some funny plastic coating on it, and I don't know whether to peel it all off or whether I can even get it all off, but it's really annoying. So I'm not sure how I'm going to go about this, but it's actually, you know, it's actually a good cover. It's got a good picture on it, and it's not a dust cover. It's coming apart. It's ready for the yellow bin too. And I'm just trying to see if I found a year here. I don't think I did with this one. No. But what I have done with it, no, I can't see one, is I've started to watercolour, and I thought I'll just show you a little bit today how I do this. I'm sure you all know how to paint, but I thought I'd just have a little go, and I guess if you don't feel like watching, there's a button to turn off, isn't there? But I enjoy doing this. If I like the paper and the picture, and I think I might use it, I love colouring in because I just love this paper, and I love doing it. It just drinks it up. You've got to be very careful, because it'll just soak up the watercolour paint and the water. So you don't get much of a chance to spread it around. It just sort of drinks it up. Yeah, so I was quite happy with that little op shop, and I actually had picked out a jacket just for the embroidery on it, and it was quite sparkly too, and I came up to the counter to pay, and the lady was adding things up, and then one other lady said, "Oh, that is a beautiful jacket. It would go with my green dress I've got on." And I looked at her and I said, "This jacket?" And she said, "Yes." "Oh, are you buying that?" And I thought, oh, I'm going to lose this jacket. Anyway, I said, "Well, you try it on. I'm only going to cut it up for the material." So I said, "If you would like to wear it, then, you know," and it was $8. And she bought it. She loved it. So I let her have it. But anyway, that's what you do, I think. I was going to try a bit of flesh colour on their faces, but maybe I won't do that just now. It's still a bit wet there. So I might do the jacket now. What colour jacket would he have had? Maybe a dark blue, bit of black with the blue, maybe. Hopefully that looks somewhat okay. As you know, I can't work and talk, although the two should go together, thinking and talking. Yeah. Oh, now I've got trouble with my eyes. I think that's jacket there. I've got about 6 months or so before I need to do my cataracts. So that I've got that to look forward to. And I could do the whole brown barn door, couldn't I? It seems to be like wooden beams or something. And the beauty about this is you're really just colouring in, doing a little bit of light and dark, but you've got all the drawing to suggest where the light is and where it's coming from and that. So it's really just really easy going. And you want to leave it a little bit see-through, I think, so that you can see all those pencil drawings still. And you're really just suggesting. And I love doing this before bedtime. It just winds me right down and I have a good night's sleep. And the background they've already had coloured in, so that sort of guides you too with what you want to, the colours you want to use. Or should use, should I say. And I might just put a little bit of black with that. And the same up here, just to give it a bit of a different look to the coat that I've used there. There we are. I think I want a little bit of a yellowy green here where these cobblestones are. There. And then I'll come in with some heavier brown in sort of just blobs and let it bleed. But you know how you get those mossy stones? That's what I'm hoping this will look like. Where you can see the moss coming through a little bit. I think that's not too bad. Now I'm wondering about the vest and trousers. I might make black. I think that would go best here. It's a bit heavy, but anyway. And I might just give this boot a bit more because he's a bit in the background. Here we have still a little bit of wood, the door frame. So I have no idea if this interests you or not, but anyway, here it is. My colouring in. And I'm trying to mix a little bit of an antique green just for his hat. Actually, what I could have done is looked up the fashion and seen whether I might give this the same antique. Because I don't think you want too many colours. I probably already have too many colours here. I think the idea is not to overdo. Just give that a bit of a wash. And then there's just, what will I do there? Just this here. I think this is a bit more door frame there. And don't know what to make that. Now I was going to see how this goes on their faces, maybe. I think that's all right. And maybe wonder how that would look. Yeah, I think that's all right. And then I'm just putting some bit more water in there than usual. I want to have a very watery wash for this. I just want to go around the outside like this. Just that I have a watermark there. Just to go around the picture, and I'm just making it with the colour that I made up. So I'll let that dry, and then I'm hoping to use that for ephemera. I need to read a little bit what it was about and how to use it, maybe in a story or something. Yeah, I just have to see how I'm going to do that. Now I'm getting fussy, which is usually the case with me. I'm not sure what that thing is there, so I'm not going to colour it in. I'm just going to leave it as it is because I have no idea what that is. If one of you knows, let me know. Okay, I hope that you've been able to get something out of this little clip, and I have some more things I'll probably film tomorrow morning, but I've got to be at work by 7:30 and do a sleepover and work Monday morning for 2 or 3 hours, and then I have the rest of Monday off. So, but I'm hoping to get another video in tomorrow morning sometime. All right, see ya, bye.